Howdy everybody. Today is October 4th. Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just wanted to show you I've made some radical change to my current strategy. I've stripped away 90% of cryptocurrencies just due to too many liquid or very tiny volume cryptocurrencies, which was about 90% of them. So I'm only focusing on the top 10%, top 30, let's say, and they are paired against either Ethereum or Bitcoin. So that's number one. Number two, wanted to show you I can track the hourly change and the 3-hour change because anything beyond that is really irrelevant. But when you look at this SIA coin, you can clearly see this is the most profitable one with the highest change over an hour at 24%. Earlier today, 25% for 3 hours. Next one at 20%, and that's SIA coin against Bitcoin. First one, SIA coin against Ethereum, so on and so forth. So there is some mad money to be made there, just alone on Binance. You gotta know how to time it. Another big change that I made to the strategy, I've split up the download feature, so it's currently running right now, and it downloads everything, but when it comes to the risk, as I call it, risk, right now, let me just check on it. The database somewhat changed, so I'll get the latest changes here. So earlier today, it was quite high. 1.7 was the weighted average. We are clearly down here with 3 of the 5 negative. So that data is against US dollar using Coinbase. That's measured every hour. On top of that, we have also a measurement every hour to get those coins that are in this position, what I call the most profitable, to have the highest hourly change. We do that every hour, and it resets the database or this watch list crypto. So that's the first split of the strategy. The other split was concerning just watching the watch list, you can see here, and then there's another part that will start up the position manager. That's watch list is every 5 minutes, and the positions check every minute. So it's pretty quick. There are right now only one signal lately in the last minute, I guess, or yeah, last minute or two, Steam, BTC, and then what happens is here I have the ability, I'm just testing it, and the tolerances are just really low to take any trade just to test this, but the ROCP is not quite clear yet. Doesn't make sense to me, but at the end of the day I don't care about that. What I do care about, just take it on positions. So you can see here we're at 14 positions over the last 1623, so, or 1623, so last 50 minutes it's done 14 positions. But as I said, it's just the tolerance is so low, I don't care, just take a position. But I will have to verify this rate of change percentage to see why it's only 0, because it doesn't make sense. Anyways, but I just want to show you all of these changes. This split between these two functions of the downloading and what I call the pricing, again, for the watch list and the position, it just makes the strategy 50 times faster at both ends. Yeah, so not 50 times, half. It cuts down the time for both functions in half, for both time to be processed properly. So that's pretty well it. So all in all, I have very few scripts now, and as I said, I split up the scheduling on the price, scheduling on the download. Everything else kind of remains the same, has been renamed, and the only other differences I showed you is this one that will download the most profitable or highest hourly change data in there. So All the spreadsheets are available here, as you could probably see. Let me just see if there's any other spreadsheets. Okay, so essentially what I have here is, let me just show you the 4. These will most likely be put up on my analytics more in real time, but again, I just can't pollute my backend in the analytics because it just because of that, it just gets crazy. So here's the latest change. So again, still the SIA coin SC Ethereum is still got the highest percentages. We can also check, as I said, on the 3-hour. And let's see what else we have here. So also I can track how my positions have done as the system's been running. So I might be able to post that as well. So you can see here we keep track of the date, time of that position, the closing price, again the rate of change. So here's our closing price, rate of change. Again, not working as it stands, but we shall obviously prove that. So what else? What else? Again, these are in real time. Positions, XLS. Okay. Let's see, XLX. Oh, that's why. Positions, XLX. See what we got here. Of course, this has just been redeveloped today. So, nothing here as I thought. The watch list probably the same. Let me just see if there's anything there. Watch list. Yeah, so this is the current watch list. Not much, just at, the time that the pair was added to the watch list. So let me just see if it's in sync with this. I think it probably is. So yeah, it's pretty well in line. So that's good. What else? What else? What else? There's gonna be a lot more, but it's gonna be pretty bang on once we get it all rolling out over the next probably hopefully a couple of days. Let me just see what else we've got here. We got our P&L. We've got our data. Oh yes. Let's see. Crypto risk. That is something I haven't looked at yet. This is all new to me. I know what the report is. See if it regenerates anything. Yeah, it looks like it's generating the. Okay, so this is the crypto risk currently. So it's basically this. So what we have here, if you watched a video on the different modes I have for this system, so we have anemic, and that's the aggregated average of the 5 pairs here, which are the 5 biggest: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, Ether against the US dollar. So 2 of them are between 0 and 5% move, and 3 of them are negative. Let's see what else we have here. There is a lot more. A lot of people ask about the logs. Let me just show you. This is pretty good, but I don't think I can upload these because this is changing literally every minute. So when you look at the logs, just want to make sure it doesn't conflict. Ooh. Okay, so what we have here are the positions at the time, and then we have, again, if I wanted to set a virtual stop loss, I could do that here. But but this is what I'm tracking is the rate of change. But again, the tolerances are so low right now, but it gives you an idea of what I'm tracking. And then we have to close the trade at this closing price. And it'll either give you a loss or a profit since the original position against the closing price. Pretty simple stuff. The other is a watch list log. So let's just get that watch list log, watch list log. There we go. So obviously we're tracking RSI on the 5, 15 minute, 1 hour, and the rate of change for all those time frames, and the closing price, and again volume's another big factor as well. Yeah. Plus I can also track things like testing before I take on a position. We test the momentum, and pretty well it's the same answer we get through the TA-lib technical analysis library using regression or ROCP, but there's a certain threshold we look for before it takes on the trade, and if it doesn't, then we don't take the trade. It's like a second filter. And also I remove from the database on the watch list if there's too many negative movements for particular pairs. I don't know how many they are. I think it's like 5 or something, or I don't know. Can't remember how the parameter. But if there's too many, we just get rid of it remove it off the watch list. So that's pretty well how it all works so far, and that's pretty well it. Let me see if there's been any new positions added. But everything seems to be running okay. I think there's 14 positions. P&L. Yeah, so these are what was taken on, but as I said, I gotta track what's going on with the rate of change on the delta between the original and the closing price. All right, that's pretty well it. Hopefully you like it. Talk to you later. Let me know what you think.